Hello, creative ones. My name is Nadia, and I go by Nadia the Creator. Welcome to the Creative Files. Um, it's been a time. It's been a moment. It's been a time, and so I want to sit and have a chat with you guys and check in while I work on some of my hand sewing and some some things I need to do, some shirts that need buttons. And I just want to chat because life has been lifing, and we are overdue for a check-in. So let's start off with my green shirt because the fact that that shirt only has 2 buttons left on it is absolutely ridiculous. Let me get my needle together and then I'll grab the buttons because I think I have one of the buttons up there. So anywho, created ones, what has been going on? How is everyone doing? Are we well? I want to know. I am doing okay. I just finished up a Zoom call and a phone interview. I have been looking for employment for the past like two months, because things the economy, if you have not noticed the world that we live in, times are hard, and I needed a more stable income. But hold on, trying to thread a needle and talk at the same time is impossible. Eddie and Nadia, put the time on this to show how long it take you to thread this needle. Oh, okay. Got it. So, I have been looking for employment for the past month or so, because of the economy and everything that's going on, working with schools and not-for-profits. Sometimes they don't have the budget, and sometimes I need to move around. So that's what I've been doing. For my last video, the 2 weeks video, my sisters and I moved. Oh, I needed green. And I already threaded black. This gonna have black. I don't care. When I say I don't care, I don't care. This shirt already got a lot going on. I probably need to back this or something. Anywho, me and my sisters are moved. We are settled in. We are settling in because the move was a move. So what happened was, especially since this how regards to me and my uploading schedule, because I have the content. I have most of the content. Like, content is being produced anytime I'm able. It's the editing, which was the issue with the last thing. Anywho, so we moved on a Sunday. I had some of my guy friends come and help me move. They were very helpful. My sisters rented a truck. We had majority of our stuff packed up, ready, set to go. So the physical part of moving everything out of the old place took about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, maybe not even that, probably like an hour and a half, about 2 hours. And so that all happens. And so we had the truck packed up. So the plan was to get all the big furniture pieces and all the heavy boxes and stuff out with the guys' help. And so we got that. and we was gonna make smaller trips in my sister's car. That didn't go to plan, but we'll get back to that later. So the guys got the truck packed up. We split up. We got into the car and the truck, and we made our way literally like 4 blocks around the corner. And we geared ourselves up to carry all this flight up 3 flights of stairs. And when I say we, I mean them. I was not allowed to lift a thing. And not because I'm some prima donna princess, which I am, but because the last move that was just me, my baby sister, and my mom, basically just me and my baby sister, I hurt myself severely. And it wasn't something that was physically seen, it showed up in itself months later, repeatedly. Those were the introductions to those flare ups that I spoke about. I think when I took my break or when I came back, how much pain I was in often, constantly, that would leave me laid up for days. Those were those flare ups. And they begun this time 2 years ago when me and my sister and my mom moved out of my grandmother's house with absolutely no help. No help at all, y'all. Not a single help. Not a single other person was there to help. And it's not because no one showed up, because I'm going to say that my community is strong. If I would have put in a call, it would have happened. What happened was my mom was unprepared. My mom didn't get help. My mom dragged her foot, actually packing and moving. And she kept saying, Nadia, call your friends, call your friends. I was not going to call my friends. I was not going to call in favors. I was not going to call for help. Okay. My sister just got home. She dragged her feet packing. So I wasn't going to call them and stuff was going to be a mess. I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that. That wasn't my vibe. So that's what's happened. So because we didn't get absolutely no help and I needed to get my stuff out, and I was trying to wait until we got actual guy help to move some of the heavy stuff, but because we didn't, I ended up having to move stuff myself, and then my sister Money came along months, oh my god, so many months later, and I was able to get like my bin books out and my industrial sewing machine. It was me and my two sisters carrying it up out my grandma's basement. Foolishly. We should have never done that. That was a terrible idea. I do not recommend it. We could have seriously hurt ourselves. Looking back, we could have seriously and been stuck there because there was no one else in the house. It was just us. We would have to scream until our neighbors heard us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a hole. That's a hole. I just put a hole in it. Ooh, foolish. So yeah, I didn't move anything. I tried to help as much as I could, but I would shoot away, or I was like, okay, yeah, no, I shouldn't move that out. You know, I was very responsible and understanding my own body and knowing my body's limitation. But nevertheless, we did that for like another 2 hours. And at this point, it's like 6 o'clock. We didn't stop until like maybe 7, 8. My guy friends left one at a time. My best friend Corey stayed until literally like midnight. My sister Imani ended up driving him home because he doesn't stay far from us. He also stays in Bronzeville. And so yeah, we didn't stop. We ran to Mariano's at like 9 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock to get food. We brought a few more things back from the old place, and we didn't go to sleep until like 12, 1 o'clock, and we was absolutely over it. We was absolutely over it. Waking up Monday morning was rough. My sister called off work because I don't know why she thought she was going to go to work, but I don't work her job, so I can't tell her what she would do. Me, if I did have to work, I would have called off. But anywho, and so the plan was to go back to the apartment to get, the smaller things and everything to clean up because there was supposed to be like an apartment showing that day. That absolutely didn't happen. And also the apartment showing got canceled. God is so good. He's so merciful. He knew. We just went to Trader Joe's to fill up our fridge and came back in the house and rested. And so, because of how we moved, and this is something on us, we didn't plan things out properly. We was just such in a rush to get to move, to get, get together, to get it done, to make sure we had a place, a home, we got help. We didn't like sit down and like talk things through. There was a lot of stuff left at our old apartment. And it was a lot of stuff that, needed to be moved, a lot of stuff that we actually wanted. And so we spent, but I would go over there like after I would leave here or there like every evening, and they would just come grab me when they got off work, cleaning up, literally bringing all the stuff that we wanted to take, putting it by the front door so that we can bring it down the stairs and down the elevator, put it in our car, which is a small little mid-size SUV. I don't know what to call it. It's small. It's not small, but it's not big. So I don't know what to call it. Anywho, and the trunk space is limited, and so we had to make several trips. Took us several days. The other family member that I was living with, who lived there, did not clean up after themselves. Left quite a mess. And left with the expectations that they weren't coming back. They was not coming back. So it took us literally an entire next Monday to get that place completely cleaned out so that it was cleaned. We left the things that our previous family member left. We left that for them, and we moved on with our lives. But it really took a toll on me physically and my body and my just mentally. And I didn't have time for anything else. I didn't have time to content. I didn't have time to create my, I didn't really start doing anything. Oh, that week, I rested that week. So we moved out Sunday. The move was on Sunday, but we wasn't completely done with the moving into the following Monday. So not the next Monday, a whole calendar week later. And then that week, I had to prep and prepare myself for GWC, which is a women's ministry movement that I am a part of. I am one of the leaders of, and we was having our annual event conference that weekend, and so I had training and last minute prep and stuff to do for that. And so that happened. That sent me into a whole nother headspin. But that is a different video and conversation. So anywho, I had GWC. That happens. That was the whole weekend. That was from Wednesday night. So after GWC, because that was all the way into Sunday, because there was a lot of ladies in town, and so they came to our church. So I was still on duty. I was still serving. Then I should have said that, but as a leader, I had to show up, and so I pushed through. My body, child. When I tell you my body, the next Monday absolutely did nothing. Absolutely did nothing. I fed myself. I watched some YouTube. I did nothing. Like I didn't even want to watch like a show. I didn't want to binge watch anything because I didn't want to like think. I just watched YouTube. I think I watched like home decor videos and other like creators. Tuesday I got up and started doing things. I started unpacking my room and probably like did the bathroom, but like not too much. Wednesday was when I was up and like in my studio. I finally was into the space that would become my studio. And so that's kind of like where I want to land this video. It's talking about expectations and goals for my studio space. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So I'm so excited to have a in-home studio. I love the idea of going out to my studio. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I missed that from the place that I had at Fame, the studio I had at Fame. I absolutely love the the routine of waking up and going. However, for me, it also comes at a draw because I wasn't allowed to be there all the time. I would try to leave before. Sometimes I would be the only person in the building. Sometimes I'll be the first person in the building, and sometimes I'll be the last person in the building. And my boss, the founder, really didn't like me being in the building by myself, especially when it's so late at night. So if there was a time when I was working and like feverishly working and trying to get things done, and I was in a flow, I would have to cap it because the receptionist that's there for to let the students and the teachers in for their private lessons is coming to knock on my studio door at 6, 7 o'clock. Like, hey, I'm finna head out for the day. Now I gotta leave because I'll be here by myself, and I didn't like that. So having an in-home studio is going to be so beneficial because I can work as late as I want to work. I can. The room is in the back of the house. The master bedroom is back there, but my sister, she's gonna be asleep. She's not gonna worry. I don't know what my downstairs neighbors is gonna think. Um, and I don't want to be rude, but I kind of don't care because like right now I'm hearing their son's TV. Okay, so I may have to say something. And I hate that I'm still recovering from like being non-confrontational. I'm still recovering. So anywho, so I love the idea of having my in-home studio because I get to start whenever I want. I don't have to worry about no one's schedule. I don't have to worry about someone telling me to keep it clean because that was a thing with my studio in that building. Not saying I keep my place messy, but she wanted it to be a level of clean because if they have investors and people come by, she wanted to give them a tour of the studio. She wants to show up the space. I get it. I was part of the show. I was the riser to the dazzle. I made them look cool as their first ever artist in resident. I get it, but I'm not thinking about cleaning the studio every day. So I came to compromise. Like I would try my best, but I would clean on Fridays. I would clean on Fridays or the Monday after an event because I would have events on Saturdays, and so that thing I left that how it looks Saturday night when the event was over. I need buttons. I need buttons. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but I need buttons. Shoot screw. It might be, I might have to go like match. First, not so much how they look. I need a certain size. Ooh, that was loud. It's not so much how they look. I need a certain size because the things with these buttons is that the buttonholes have become worn and those buttons just slip through. Like I want something big enough to fit through, but not easy enough to slide itself undone. Because I would be walking down the street. That's cute. Maybe that could be the top button and all the other buttons could follow. I would be walking down the street and not knowing that my skirt is pick-a-boo in buttons. Maybe. I'm gonna probably have to use a bunch of random size buttons. So yeah, really excited to have my studio space. I'm still getting that together. It is a definite work in progress. It's definitely a work in progress. I have absolutely no furniture. That was one of the things that kind of confused me when I was setting up my studio. I couldn't get no furniture. Like, I would be on Facebook Marketplace, like talking to people, like, "Oh, can I come pick this up?" Da da da, and people would not respond, or something would happen, and I couldn't. There you go, my phone, and I couldn't get. I couldn't get a piece, and so now I understand why. God was protecting me. He is so faithful. He was protecting me from buying like actual furniture to put into that space, knowing that I was not going to have it that long. I thought I had like another 5, 8 months in that place. At least not 5. Okay, maybe like 4. Maybe like a 4 months, because that was the agreement. It was going to go into May, into the end of June. Sorry, to June. And so I thought I had another month or 2 for sure, but I knew that when that deadline came, they wasn't gonna like kick me out. I could like actually start paying rent. And so my plan was to work through the summer, to have a bunch of events and a lot of stuff going on. Like every week, there's 1 or 2 events a week, like just going. I like the funky buttons. I want a funky button. So anywho, I had plans to like work through the summer, and so by the time fall hit and they was gonna start charging me for rent, I could pay. I could pay, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to start paying for rent because I wanted to stay there, and so I think God definitely protected me from that, because I would have been sick trying to figure out how to get that furniture out of the studio and put it where, because I didn't have room in my storage room, and there was definitely no room in my house. And so, I mean, I got a lot of no. I'm gonna stick to my first gun. I'm gonna have some funky buttons, and we can keep it pushing. And so as you can see, I need better setup storage for my stuff. So that's where I am now with my studio. Stuff is unpacked, but it's in bins and boxes and in piles. I need storage, I need furniture, and I need money to do that. So that's where we are. That's where we are. And so y'all creating ones, that's what's going on. That's life. That is life lately with me. I am doing my best. My best is being done. I'm doing all that I have. Looking for employment to help subsidize my slower forms of income, that YouTube, that art, that's commission work. And so just getting all that taken care of. Me and my sisters are settling in. We are pushing it. Boy, it is a challenge, but God is faithful. So I'm gonna finish putting together my mints. I'm going to, you guys can see, I'm gonna show you the end results. We just putting buttons on stuff that need buttons and change it out buttons. So there's nothing fancy going on. But I want to pop in and chat with you guys and catch you guys up on what's going on, because I miss you guys and I feel bad for ditching you guys for like 3 weeks. But content is coming, stuff is happening. So much more is coming, because we're in this new place. We got to decorate this new place. We got to put it together. We got to make DIYs. Fall is coming, guys. Fall is coming, and I'm so very excited because I love the fall, and I already have so many things on my wish list. I have a bunch of fabric. I have some patterns. I'm going to get some new patterns. I'm going to download some new patterns. I have patterns. I have a bunch of fabric, and I'm ready to get into it. So that may be the next video. Fall wish list, fall sewing. Let's get into it, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for rocking with me. If you're new here, welcome. Subscribe, stick around, and I hope you like what you see. And until next time, stay safe, stay safe.